Hey everybody, it's Chris from Bay Area Nerf, and we're going to try to do a little small modification to the, not even really a shell mod, but we're going to try and mess around with this Crossbolt today. And the goal is we're going to take these arms that are really not necessary, we're going to cut them down to their base, just the base pieces that go in there. We're going to put them in the slot after we open up the blaster up and take a look at a few things, and use this aftermarket cord that I got from Home Depot, and we're going to see if we can keep this thing minimized but without having the giant gaping hole in the side. And maybe we'll do some other things too to see if we can have some power adjustment settings on this Crossbolt. So I know you guys are probably sick of us playing with the Crossbolt, but we're not sick of playing with it. So see you guys after the jump ski. Alright, and we're back. So you can see that I've opened up the blaster. It seems that the entire business end of this thing is contained in this little unit right here. So I'm really not going to mess with that much. Please note there are two long screws, and don't do what I did. I actually did not look where those fell out of. Those seem to be the two only mismatches in the group. So be careful. I'm going to have to open up a second one and figure it out. Really interesting. The entire front end and the barrel of this just seems to be there just to be there, really. Doesn't really seem to affect, you know, how this thing fires. I think I'm going to take this thing out and see if we can just fire it right from this and see how it goes down, but I could be wrong. So I will get to work, and let's see if we can clean this thing up, put it back together, and see what's going on. Total. This is it's pretty self-contained in here. As you can see, there are a ton of little springies and lockies and thingies. Yeah, that's a lot. Seems like a lot of work in there. I'll let someone way better at this than me try to mod that bad boy. See you guys in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. So I know it seems like seconds to you, but it's been about an hour for me. So my only gripe with this blaster, it's pretty awesome, but it does tend to misfire Koosh, probably because due to all this internal barrel shenanigans over here. Koosh catches once in a while, it rattles around, the rubber tips grip it, and then it comes tumbling out. So I'm going to go, I know I said I was going to put some caps on the end of this. I guess I'll save that for a different Crossbolt. This one, we are going to cut this bad boy down to right here on this cage. So I tried it out earlier. You can actually attach the string to these through these two holes, and it should still fire okay. You'll need less bungee for it. Didn't test the FPS, so for all I know, I could be screwing this whole thing up. But we're going to give it a shot and see if we can pull it off and see how it does, see how it fires. And this will be, I guess, the first Crossbolt that's been shell modified. Let's see how it turns out. A couple other notes before I start getting to hacking. So the gray parts of this do not seem to be completely plasta welded onto the shell, if at all. So this thing should be a dream to take apart and be able to paint. So that's pretty exciting that this thing will be this easy to paint. I mean, you could pop the gray out and legitly just have the blue parts just sitting there waiting for a paint job. So that's actually pretty exciting and very rare for them to do that. So I know, like, a lot of times it's all welded together in one piece. The Rebel line tends to come apart a lot, but not always the case. So if you were thinking about painting it, that's what you got going on. Again, we are about to hack this bad boy up, so please forgive me for what I do. Bam. See you after the jump. All right, so let's update this thing. So here's what's super fun and interesting. What you're seeing here is basically the business of the entire blaster. So the gray internal part and handles, I don't know what you would call it, shell piece, whatever. That's with the priming handle up top. All you really need to get this thing to work. As you can see, I've primed the dart in there by tripping some of the locks over here and getting it to push forward out of the clip. Now, obviously, without the shell, the clip doesn't get held in. You know, there are definitely some obstacles to overcome, but some enterprising modder might just be able to do this Crossbolt from here. You'd also would need, obviously, some place to attach the bungee. I don't know if down here would work, but you would need some place to attach the bungee to be able to pull it back. But I bet you somebody could figure that out. So that's just an update real quick while I'm screwing around with this thing. And hopefully we'll have a finished product for you guys pretty soon. Don't know what it's going to look like. Not sure yet. And also, as you can see, the blue part, completely removable. So easy painting. If you want to just paint the blue part of your Crossbolt, that's going to be the super easiest thing to paint. I mean, that's going to look pretty awesome when it's painted. So we might just do that. You never know. I might just decide to paint and go with my original mod with the caps there and see how it comes out. More after the jump. Hey everybody, we're back. So I did figure out these long screws right here, I believe, go into the priming handle. So I decided against doing a cutting off the front because I don't want to waste the blaster in case it doesn't work. So what I did was I chopped down the arms and I've drilled some holes in there, and we're going to sand them a little bit more and then run the string through, and then I'll show you how to put the string on because you're going to have to do it a different way than how it originally came with the blaster. So give me a few minutes to reassemble this bad Oscar, and we threw some paint on it just to see what some OD green would look like. So hopefully it looks pretty cool, and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so we're back. We got half this thing assembled. A couple things to note. This jam door here does trigger a lever that you need to fire the blaster, so make sure you put that back in unless you're going to tape the lever mech down. This back jam door actually does absolutely positively nothing except be a jam door, so should not interfere for as far as I can tell. The mag release mech sucks and it's a pain in the butt, and that is it. So we will finish putting this together, come back and see how we turned out. Alright, and we're back. So with this blaster, obviously the string is the thing. And the idea is we're going to thread some string through these caps and then put them in. Because this has to go through here, what you're going to want to do is thread one of these first and then tie it off. And then thread your thread your bungee through this part right here, because that's where the bungee string goes. And then tie off the other cap. It's important you do that because you won't be able to get it in correctly otherwise. I'll show you this when they're threaded. This is the stock bungee. We're going to use some of the stuff I got from Home Depot. The stock bungee is 15 inches long, as detailed in one of our other videos. I'm going to add a couple inches for myself, just because I want to have some extra to cut off and mess around with for different knots and different power settings. So after the break, we'll be back and we'll do the thing. Alrighty, and we're back. So we've taken our caps and we've threaded the bungee through it. I went in through the top, down, and then back out through the bottom hole. I don't think that really makes a difference. So I increased with this Best Buy cord, I increased the the length to 19 inches just to give me a bunch extra, because I'm going to try some fun stuff later. But I was just outside doing some FPS testing and wanted to give you guys an idea of how much, if you're going to use this stuff, you should tie off. So remaining outside of is a little over 3, almost 4 inches that I left for knotting and things like that. So if you do that, and that's how much you have left on each side, like I said, I was hitting about between 91 and 95 FPS on my Crony. And if you don't know where to get this bungee cord, I got it from my local, not Best Buy, Home Depot. I kept saying Best Buy. I don't know why that is. Got it from my local Home Depot. And in one of our other videos, we have the product code and all that stuff. So, which we'll link that video in the description at some point when someone tags it. I wanted to get a video of it before I start scratching off this nice olive drab green paint, which I don't know why I put on here, because I already know that the priming mech on this thing scratches the Elite Blue a little bit when you prime it, even out of the box. So I kind of already knew that the paint was going to get ruined, but I wanted to see how it would look in OD green. I think it looks pretty neat. So a lot of orange to offset it so it doesn't look too real. And So what we've done with this Crossbolt is we've cut the arms, we've put some aftermarket bungee on it, and we've shown you how many inches you're supposed to leave dangling for power settings, and getting 90 FPS, and it's pretty neat. I'll try to get some chrono data posted with it after I screw around and see how much I want to do on the power. As a note, you can definitely see that these got some holes right here. I have another one of these that I did that have bars running through these particular slots. And then what I do is I take the bungee and I pull it over the bar, right, using D-clips. So I put a D-clip here, D-clip on the other side, and I stretch the cord a little bit more to each power setting. And doing that, I've hit up to 127 FPS. So just showing you how the Crossbolt, super variable, and you can do a lot with it. So this is Chris from Bay Area Nerf, and I hope you enjoyed this first of many, hopefully, videos. And if you have a comment on the format, sorry I kept coming in and out, but this is the first time I've done this. But otherwise, happy Taginskis.